News, always Adelaide.
Mostly sunny and 16. With the 3 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. The state government's responding to feedback about algal bloom assistance, making it easier for industries affected to receive funding. Premier Peter Malinauskas says they'll only have to demonstrate a 30% downturn, not 50%.
We've also made it a lot easier to get the access to the bigger grants and also reduce the level of duplication for someone operating in the industry having to apply for a fee waiver as well as a downturn grant. They'll only have to do that once.
Australia's productivity boss is urging all levels of government to wind back excess regulations in a bid to improve economic growth. The issue will be discussed at a 3-day roundtable of business leaders, union bosses and experts starting tomorrow. The federal government says it's open to removing regulations. Productivity Commission Chairwoman Danielle Wood says that'll make a big difference across a range of industries.
When combined with Australians' tendency to look to government for answers, our Canberra fix, we have ended up with a system that dampens growth. And these regulatory hairballs have found our way into almost every corner of our economy.
A truck and a tractor have collided at Yolunda Flat near Cummins on the Eyre Peninsula. The truck left the road and went into a creek. Luckily, neither the truckie or tractor driver suffered serious injuries. The roads closed in both directions while emergency crews cleared the scene. A Melbourne hairdresser is being accused of kicking a man out of her salon because he was from Israel. Madeline Burke reports.
The man claims he made an appointment at Juniper Salon in Bentley, and when the owner found out he was from Israel, she called him a baby killer and told him to leave. Members of the Jewish community will rally outside the salon from 5 this afternoon. Isaac Balbin from the group Lions of Zion says they need to take a stand against anti-Semitism.
It's un-Australian to go about things in that way.
The US president has suggested Ukraine may have to permanently give up the Russian-occupied territory of Crimea as part of any peace deal with Moscow. In a post on social media, Donald Trump has also said NATO membership is off the table for Kyiv. European leaders, including the Ukrainian president, will meet Mr. Trump at the White House tomorrow. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says Ukraine shouldn't be sidelined from any peace process.
It is a good thing that the President of the United States has been an advocate for peace in the region. That's a good thing. That's what everyone wants to see. The Ukrainian people, though, as a sovereign nation, can't be excluded from a say.
The AFL's billion-dollar dream of the Tassie Devils playing under a roof in Hobart appears to be back on track, with a Labor-backed no-confidence motion against the Rockcliffe government doomed to failure. The Greens say they won't support Labor's motion, meaning the Liberals will survive, paving the way for the $945 million stadium to be built. Now turning to FIVEAA sport, and Isaiah Wanganeen-Miller has rejected a huge interest from SA clubs to remain with St Kilda. The 22-year-old reportedly signing a 2-year deal worth over $4 million. The AFL's Integrity Unit is continuing its investigation into Crows forward Isaac Rankin, facing allegations of making a homophobic slur on Saturday night towards a Collingwood player. Crows captain Jordan Dawson was asked about the matter on the way into training.
It's not ideal, but it's obviously in the AFL's hands, and we'll let them investigate it and see what happens.
Rankin was absent from today's session. While Port Adelaide will challenge Ollie Wine's 3-match ban at the tribunal tomorrow, he was cited for an incident involving Carlton's Cooper Lord in Saturday's game. The world's best golfer, Scotty Scheffler, has recorded his 5th win of the season, taking out the PGA Tour's BMW Championship. He started 4 shots off the pace, but finished 2 clear of Robert McIntyre.
I knew I needed to get off to a good start today. You know, there's a little bit more pressure when you're playing from that far behind because, I mean, if Bob got off to a great start today, he's going to be a really tough man to catch. But, you know, I came out with a nice birdie there at the first.
And that audio thanks to Fox Sports, while John Ram has won Live Golf's individual championship for a 2nd year in a row. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Black Forest, a smash on South Road near Cowper Street. Delays in both directions through there. Works at Brown Hill Creek to look out for. The freeway to Mount Barker Road. Bit sluggish at Tea Tree Gully, North East Road near Elizabeth Street. And look out for works at Happy Valley. Slow at the moment. Kennahans Road near Jade Crescent. Camera, Coromandel Parade at Blackwood. Flight Centre's top 50 trips are here. Score up to $4,700 bonus value on cruises, tours and holidays. Hurry, sale in September 7. Book now at Flight Centre. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
To the weather, mostly sunny, 16 today, sunny tomorrow, 17, sunny on Wednesday, 19, and becoming cloudy on Thursday, 20. At the moment, 15. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
In your suburb.
Good evening from Port Noarlunga.
Across your state.
A sombre scene here in Bordertown tonight.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
We begin with breaking news tonight.
South Australian parents urged to be extra vigilant.
Because your home is our home. Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Monday afternoon, 6 minutes after 3. Thank you for tuning in. Every caller that goes to air in the running for show tickets. We've got a double to give away. theshow.com.au. Drake's, that's where you buy them. But you can win them right here. And it might just be your call to Dr. Derek McNair, who is here from the Parade Nord Vet Clinic to answer all of your questions about your pets. 8223 0000 is the number if you would like to join us. Complete Care with a K, Facebook and YouTube. The live stream is now going. Lovely to see you, Dr. Derek. Welcome to you.
Thank you, Leith.
Good weekend?
Yes. I worked on Saturday, like half of South Australia. I watched the football on Saturday night.
How good were they? Oof.
Lucky, a bit lucky, but good. They should do well.
There's something about that 30 seconds just before the siren, and then the siren goes, and it's just the release of everything.
Yes, well, I think we get used to losing to the Magpies by less than a goal, so it looked like that might have happened again. But not very confident despite everything you've been talking about.
Yeah,
still very. My son, who's a big Crows player, he said, well, Tracheal will be back, and then they should bring in Billy Dowling. This is from Callum's mouth. He's the quiet expert. There's a lot of experts around. But, yes, so if there's a gap to fill, we'll fill it.
Next man up.
Yes, exactly.
Well, hey, we'll have to get you on the Sport Show. Special comments, Derek McNair. I like this. If you've got a question for Dr. Derek, 8223 0000 is our number. I do want to ask you about dogs and bones in a second, but I thought you might like this.
Yep.
So I saw some research today about dogs, which we love dogs. Despite only 14% of workplaces having dogs in them, 60% of employees say that dogs boost morale more than Friday drinks.
The only thing that surprises me is it's only 60%. I would have thought it would have been 80 or 85%. But there are some people who are frightened of dogs for various reasons.
Yep.
So maybe they're the ones who don't want dogs in the workplace. But I mean, dogs they cheer everyone up, don't they?
Imagine if I could bring the two Goldies to work every day.
Yes.
Just have them sitting by my feet.
They make everyone smile. They stimulate conversation.
Yep.
My mother-in-law's in a nursing home, and we're allowed to take our dog there, and there's dogs that go in, and you can see everyone cheer up. You know,
maybe I should flag it with management, because now I leave them at home when I come to work and when the kids get home. So their bladders are able to cope now with, a good 4, 5, 6 hour stretch.
Yes.
They'll be fine.
Yes. I mean, most dogs should be. They, like us, they hopefully sleep through the night and they don't have any accidents. So, I absolutely bring them in. And
3 in 10 employees would rather or consider a pay cut to bring their dog to work.
Well done. I mean, it cheers everyone up. There's all these surveys that have been done. There's all these people with sort of post-traumatic stress from various issues. I saw a documentary a while ago of dogs in America that they were using for soldiers after they'd finished their tours of duty and stuff.
Yes.
And there's one gentleman who was so stressed with his work that he's on 28 medications.
Yep.
And they gave him a dog and he was down to 3 medications. So they can help so much. We just love them around.
Those service dogs are amazing. Even the dogs that can sense that a medical episode is coming. You know, so if someone's got like epilepsy or something, and the dog can sort of ground them somewhat.
And they have dogs that can tell. There's a condition where your blood pressure suddenly drops, and they actually have dogs that can sense when your blood pressure drops, and they can sense with diabetes if the sugar's getting too high.
Yep.
They're amazing. Hats off to all the dogs in the world.
76% say that dogs ease the feeling of isolation when working remotely. And we know that the greatest pandemic in the country now is social isolation.
Yes.
So get yourself a dog.
Yes.
Give yourself some companionship.
Or a cat, and to promote cats as well.
Yeah,
I mean, dogs are probably better because they get you out of the house, you take them for a walk. But cats can be very good company as well.
That is true. Shandell from Salisbury Plains, you're speaking to Dr. Derek.
Hello, Dr. Derek. My dog's just been diagnosed with a heart murmur. She was a grade 2 and it's gone up to a grade 5. And she's on Fort Decker and a diuretic as well. She still loves her exercise, so I guess there's no harm in exercising her. But is there anything, I'm aware that there's no, she's had an echocardiogram, but I know there's no cardiac specialist here. Is there anything I should or shouldn't be feeding her, Dr. Derek?
The big thing is not to let her get too heavy. So not really. There's not really anything. If she's on a balanced diet, that's fine. But you just want to make sure she's not too heavy. And the best way to do that is just feel over her ribs. Feel how easy it is to feel her ribs. If there's just a thin layer of fat over her ribs, you can feel them, but not just like bones, obviously. Then that's the ideal thing. Is it just the Forticor and the diuretics that she's on?
Yes, at the moment, yes.
Okay, I would talk to your vet about something called pymobendin.
Pymobendin, yes.
Yeah, I think it's the best thing. There was a huge survey about 15 years ago now of all the veterinary cardiologists right around the world, and they studied thousands of dogs, and they found that this medication, if you give it just at the moment when the heart gets slightly bigger in size, and it sounds like bananas in pajamas, but they actually call it B1 and B2. So when the heart changes from B1 size to B2 size, if you start the dog on pymobendin, and most dogs with a heart murmur, the heart gets a little bit bigger, then on average, dogs live for 15 months longer. So it is, it's a fabulous, my beautiful dog Phoebe, who's now in heaven, she had a heart problem. I actually took her, there was a cardiac specialist who used to come to Adelaide. He doesn't now, he's in Melbourne, but there's a lot of good medicine specialists in Adelaide who are very good with hearts as well. But yeah, pymobendin is a fabulous medication. It just makes the heart pump harder, and there's no side effects at all, and it's fabulous. And I think, talk to your vet, because we all have different opinions, but I think it's better. Forticor is an ACE inhibitor. It works in a different way. It reduces the pressure of the heart emptying, and you can give both of these, whereas the pymobendin makes the heart contract more strongly, and as I say, it's been proven on average to make dogs live a lot longer.
And Dr. Derek, sorry to take your time while I've got you.
That's all right.
There's no way of telling how long she's got, is there? Like, they say it could be 4 weeks, 4 months. She could lead a normal life another 8 years. Like, she's a mini foxy and she's only 8. So there's no way. Her little belly's become, like, it looks like she's put on weight, but they're saying that's fluid. Like, I can see it's bloated. But she's still, like, I'll walk her 3 Ks a day and she's out in front of me. She loves it. So,
yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Sadly, yes, there's no way of seeing how long dogs are going to last. If there's fluid in her abdomen, then yes, you certainly want to keep going with the diuretics, and they've probably told you to count her breathing, what's called resting respiratory rate. So when she's asleep and relaxed, if you actually count how often her chest goes out and in, so you count her breaths, it should generally, be under 30 breaths a minute. If it regularly goes over 30 breaths a minute, it usually means there's fluid in the lungs, and then you might have to increase the dose of diuretics.
So if they're really sort of struggling, that's an indication.
Yes, and then you should certainly go to the vet. You might need to alter the dose.
Yep.
Taking an X-ray of the heart to see the heart size, and that can also show if there's fluid in the lungs. Is a good thing. But all these, if Shandell Google's resting respiratory rate, then you can actually, there's an app you can download as well.
Shandell, good luck with it. Fingers crossed for you.
Yes.
Pimobendan is Pimobendan.
That's it.
Pimobendan.
Yes.
Good luck with it, Shandell. Jim is in Unley, has a question for you, Dr. Derek. Fire away, Jim.
Yeah, actually, Dr. Derek, it's not a question. We've had three, we currently have our third Cavalier. Our first one died of a heart murmur at 9. Our second one was on Pimobendan. I recommend that to your listener there with a diuretic. And I reckon we got an extra 3 years out of our second Cavalier who passed away at 12. But that Pimobendan, I couldn't agree with you any more on that product.
Yes, thank you, Jim. And it's, I mean, Cavaliers are sort of the best dogs. When I get asked, what's the best dog is guaranteed not to bite, then the first breed is always a Cavalier. But sadly, as you probably know, Jim, when you've had them, genetically they are prone to getting heart murmurs, mitral valve murmurs, and they're actually doing a lot of studying in America at the moment to try and work out what gene is in the Cavaliers and trying to breed it out of them so they don't have this problem. Because, yes, sadly, when Cavaliers get into double figures, there's not many of them who do not have a heart murmur. But, yeah, no, thank you. It's interesting, Jim, Pimobendan, when the dog cardiologist was across and I was taking my dog to him, I said, this drug is so amazing, why don't people take it? And he said in people, they found that we get a lot of side effects with it, except for people in Japan.
Oh.
So the Japanese can take this medication.
Really?
And yes. And I don't know if it's the diet or, again, genetic. It's really interesting because it's such a fabulous medication for dogs. As I say, it's really safe. It allows them to live generally a lot longer than they would without it. But yeah,
because it's interesting with humans. If you've got fluid on your heart, they give you gout medication, like colchicine is what they call it, to take the fluid away, sort of from your heart area. And then there's other pills that they'll give you just to keep your heart rate down for that sort of purpose. So same things for the dog. Jim, thank you for that.
Yes,
if you've got a question for Dr. Derek, the Parade Norwood Vet Clinic is where you'll find Dr. Derek. And of course, every Monday he is here to take your questions. Extra incentive, all of the callers are in the running. We've got show tickets to give away at the end.
Timmy, this is massive. We've got your chance to warm up for the winter with a $10,000 wood, gas or electric log fire package.
I guess that's what you'd call a hot prize.
Yes.
Now, to win, we'll be putting the call out and asking you, who's the heat on?
Maybe the Test top 3 is still having a stinker, or your favourite player's in risk of a spell, he's in the twos.
To get involved, keep it on the Sports Show from 4 p.m. Mondays for your shot at the prize.
It's all thanks to the Home of Fire, 126 McGill Road, Norwood, up to 50% off sale for all your flaming needs.
Things are heating up at Adelaide's largest selection of fireplaces, the Home of Fire. Get up to 50% off wood, gas and electric heating and check out their outdoor kitchens.
Home of Fire for all your flaming needs.
The Home of Fire, 126 McGill Road, Norwood.
They said launching a ute in Australia was an uphill battle, and the new Kia Tasman wouldn't have it any other way. With 4x4 tech built for tough terrain, it's Kia's most Australian vehicle yet, featuring low-range gearing, ground view monitors and auto-rear locking differential in select models. The Kia Tasman didn't reinvent the wheel, it just got dirty. The Kia Tasman, here now at your local Kia dealer.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Living with diabetes? Ditch finger pricks with Freestyle Libre. Freestyle Libre is a small wearable sensor that monitors your glucose levels and trends and sends them straight to your phone. Instant, up-to-date feedback. No finger pricks. How good is that? And you can trial Freestyle Libre for only $15. Just head to freestylelibre.com.au to find out how. T's and C's apply. Follow directions for use. Read warnings before purchase. Free yourself from finger pricks with Freestyle Libre.
Experience the very best of over 50s living at Northern Community Residential Village in Penfield. Set in a serene and peaceful setting, Northern Community Residential Village offers a low-maintenance lifestyle amongst a welcoming community of like-minded people. A new release of stunning homes is now selling from just $435,000. Book a tour of the display home today and picture how bright your future could be. Visit ncrv.com.au for more information.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type,
Marshmallow.
forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have another marshmallow?
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. From the boardroom to the ballroom, from the hills to the beach, Your Say Group Catering will cater for any event. yoursaygroup.com.au.
Some milk on our shelves travels further than you do on holiday. Not milk from Flurio Milk Company. Our milk is proudly homegrown, home bottled and delivered straight from the rolling paddocks of South Australia's Flurio Peninsula. Freshness isn't a buzzword for us. We live and breathe it 24 hours a day. When you buy from Flurio Milk Company, you're supporting our incredible farming families and doing SA proud. Look for Flurio Milk Company in your supermarket.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
21 minutes after 3, Dr. Derek is here. Dr. Derek McNair from the Parade Nord Vet Clinic. I was just thinking, you're watching us on the live stream, Complete Care and Facebook. Maybe next week, for when you come in, maybe you want to bring in a photo of your dog.
Sure.
And we'll put it up on the live stream so that when you talk about it, what have you got now? So Phoebe passed.
Yeah, Phoebe and George, who are married, they were husband and wife, they've sadly both gone to heaven. So now we've got Freddie, who's beautiful. She's like a Maltese poodle-y cross thing, but she was very badly abused before we got her. So we got her from the RSPCA and a very kind vet, Richard Savoury, who does a lot of cheap surgery. So the RSPCA did 4 rather large operations on her, and she is fantastic now, and lives the life of Riley, which is nice.
I'm going to see that doctor.
Right.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Richard Savoury.
Okay, well, yeah, Richard did 4 big leg operations on Freddie, and now she's fabulous, and her leg was really in a bad way.
Yeah, so my dog has a slight tear of its anterior cruciate ligament, and so we get the surgery done tomorrow. So the footballing ACL is kind of a year.
Yes.
What's the recovery for a dog? How?
The recovery is about 2 months, because they actually, I'm not quite sure what technique they use with people, but with dogs, I've heard they're starting maybe to use it with people. It's very strange. I don't work out how somebody thought of it, but they actually alter the angle of the tibia, which is the big bone below the knee. So they cut it and then they reset it at a different angle. So they don't replace the ligament. They don't do anything to the ligament. They just alter the angle of the top of the bone below the knee joint. And that's all they do. It's not all they do. It's a very clever, skilled operation, but that does the job.
So maybe I should bring the dogs in with me, just so they can hang with me, not be at home on their own, recovering from an ACL operation.
Absolutely, they should be here, and then people can look at them in the live stream.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, fabulous.
Get a dog cam. Out from Broadview, you got a question for Dr. Derek.
Good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon, Dr. Derek. How you going? We've got a cavoodle. Her name's Molly. We've had Molly now for about 15 years, and she's been diagnosed with a soft trachea, so she coughs a lot.
Yes.
And it seems to be getting worse and worse. And we've tried a number of different kind of options, medication. I think even a steroid. Have you heard of any kind of good treatments that can assist
Yes. There's a few things you can try. First of all, is she overweight?
Yeah, she's a little bit on the square side, yeah.
Square side. That's very good. Yeah, if you can make her a little bit more rectangular then, and less square, they've found that if dogs are a bit heavy, they actually gather extra fat around their windpipe, and that can put pressure on it, and that can cause it to collapse. And going back to previous calls, she doesn't have a heart problem as well?
No, look, the last time we took her to the vets, the vet was kind of checking out her heart really closely. He thought he could hear something, but he wasn't entirely certain. He did say heart murmurs after a certain age, they start to kind of bear a normal thing with that breed of dog. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it is. But it's also, if they've got a heart problem, that increases the chance of the windpipe collapsing as well. So if there was a heart problem and you actually help the heart problem, and we were talking about the medication pymobendin before, which is usually very good for that, then that can reduce the severity of the collapsing windpipe. So the things I like to try is there's something called Newlin, which is, its proper name is theophylline, and it's actually a bronchodilator, so it can open up the breathing tubes, so it can open up the large bronchi, and it can, in some cases, help to open up the trachea as well. So
is that a powder? Because we've had a bit of a powder that we put on our food before, like a white powder.
I'm not sure if you can get it in a powder. Maybe you can. I've just always dealt with the tablets, but I wouldn't say. I'd have to Google and see if you can get it in a powder form. Then, anti-inflammatories, as you've had, sometimes help as well. We've had a small amount. I wouldn't do a big fanfare with cannabis oil, because we found that some dogs can be a little bit anxious, and anxiety in some cases might bring on the collapsing windpipe as well. And I had a client in last week who told me that she found that cartrophin injections helped her dog. Now, cartrophin injections are the injections we give for arthritis, but they have an anti-inflammatory activity as well. So I've never actually heard of it helping collapsing windpipe, but this client said it helped her dog a lot. So, and it's very safe, so you can maybe talk to your vet about trying cartrophin injections as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. I really appreciate it.
Well done.
Now, good luck, but yes, if you pop her Molly in a diet, that can help a lot.
Alf, appreciate the call. Thank you for that. We have a text message here from, it says Wilma on my screen. And if you have a look on our live stream there on my laptop, there you go. Brooklyn can get that. There is Freddie at Bunnings.
There's Freddie at Bunnings. That was yesterday she was at Bunnings. So I think my football expert son has sent that in.
Well done.
So Wilma's our cat, so I think he sent it in as pretending to be a cat one time. So, yeah, that's Freddie. She's beautiful.
Bless. How old's Freddie?
She's about 5.5 now.
Okay. And they get along, cats and dogs?
They tolerate each other.
Yeah, okay. Before you get out of here, thank you again for coming in. Quick on bones. Anything we should need to know when we're feeding our dogs bones?
Yes. It's difficult to be quick on it. Yes.
Do you want more time next week?
Yes.
Should we delve into it more?
We'll delve into it next week. It's sort of a topic I think that needs a bit of time.
Okay.
It's not a black and white topic.
Because they are good for them, bones, but they can...
There's a lot of dental specialists do not like dogs having bones because they believe they break their teeth, and that can happen. I'm a huge bones fan with dogs. So they have to be raw. That's number one. They have to be raw. They need to be big.
Yep.
And if you've got a marrow bone, get it sliced lengthways, take the marrow out because that's full of fat and it's very rich, and some dogs will get pancreatitis from that. And the first time you give a bone, just give it for a very short time.
Yeah, it can flush the system out, can it not?
It can, yes, it can. But also constipation is a big problem we get with it as well.
All right. So, Ian snuck in Stephen Bradbury style. He's going to get one last one before you go. Ian, you're speaking to Dr. Derek.
Hey, Doctor. Quick one, Jack Russell's teeth. Any products like powder, see it online all the time, to try and clean their teeth when they're eating? Is there anything you can recommend?
Yes, the best thing by a long way, which not everyone can do or wants to do, is brushing their teeth. So you can brush dogs' teeth. You need to use a doggy toothpaste. Human toothpastes can give them upset tummies. And I always tell people, if you can manage to brush your dog's teeth, do it every day. Do it before dinner time. And then they get their teeth brushed, and then they get their dinner as a reward for letting you brush their teeth.
So that's a good way to do it.
Yes. If you can't do that, then you can actually get wipes, dental wipes that you can wipe their teeth with, which are good. You can get various products you can put in their water, but I like, there's something called Simply Seaweed, which is a seaweed extract. You put it in their food, it gets absorbed into the system and actually goes into the saliva. And it comes out in the saliva, and it can take plaque off teeth, as well as preventing more plaque from sticking. And there's also lots of chews, Greenies, Orovet, there's a whole lot of different chews you can get, which also help to keep the teeth clean.
Important to keep them clean, though.
And bones are good. Bones are good.
Where do we find you on the parade at Norwood?
On the parade, number 27, near the Fullerton Road end.
Beautiful.
Phone number's 83635323.
Always great to see you.
Thank you.
Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Dr. Derek McNair, headlines. And we'll talk about Kangaroo Island next.
Last month, we serviced around 11,000 vehicles, more than 1,500 Fords, 1,200 Holdens, 1,000 Subarus, 800 Isuzus, MGs, BMWs, Mercs, Audis. That's right, over 11,000 people trusted us with their pride and joy. Automasters, isn't it time for you to switch and save? Call 1300 Automasters or book online. All centres offer repair now, pay later options. So switch and save with Automasters. Great service, guaranteed.
We know you love to bake, cook and entertain, but this Saturday it's our turn to host and you don't want to miss it. The brand new Kitchen Warehouse store in Payneham is throwing a housewarming party. One huge day of deals, a major free giveaway, hourly door prizes to be won and delicious free food and coffee. Don't miss exclusive one-day offers at the Kitchen Warehouse Payneham Housewarming Party, 382 Payneham Road, Saturday, August 23 from 9 to 1.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. The state government's moving to make algal bloom assistance easier to access for businesses which have been affected. Google could be hit with a $55 million fine after signing anti-competitive deals with Australia's two largest telcos. The AFL's Integrity Unit's continuing its investigation into Crows forward Isaac Rankin over an alleged homophobic slur. And Isaiah Wanganeen-Miller has decided to stay with St Kilda, resisting moves home to SA. Mostly sunny and 16, at the moment 14. More news at 4 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
It's a place where you've laughed, cried and probably screamed. It's the home of winners, spinners and everything in between. The home of heroes, scorekeepers, of high flyers and thrill seekers. It's a place where town and country feel at home. A place to celebrate homemade and homegrown. Where the best of South Australia is always on show. Are you ready to go? Where else but the show? Get your tickets at theshow.com.au or Drake's Supermarkets.
Shot, Georgie.
Stay on him, Ashy.
Well done, Georgie.
Come on, Ashy.
Get him,
Go,
Georgie.
Ashy.
Go now.
Ashy.
Now
Ashy.
run. Pick your head up. Get after him.
Jeez. You know what's more competitive than those two? Hyundai's offers. Across a wide range of new and demonstrator models like the Dynamic Tucson. From $39,990 drive away, it's game on at your participating Hyundai dealer today. T's and C's and exclusions at hyundai.com.au.
Belinda has just bought a stand-up paddleboard from Marketplace. Woohoo! It was a bargain, and so was the hall stand. Belinda has a Camry, and yes, she's got a problem. Lucky for Belinda, Avis Truck Rental Adelaide has trucks, lots of them, and she can drive an Avis truck with a car licence. Turn got a problem into not a problem with Avis Truck Rental Adelaide. Open 7 days, 416 Port Road, West Hindmarsh. 8241 5200.
Launch into study at Adelaide University. Learn from world-class academics in state-of-the-art facilities and graduate ready for the career you want. Search Adelaide University and prepare to launch.
Last month, around 11,000 people trusted us with their pride and joy. Automasters, logbook servicing, repairs, brakes, aircon and more. Isn't it time for you to switch and save? Call 1300 Automasters. Great service guaranteed.
Always local. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
Thank you for spending some of your Monday with us. It is 25 minutes to 4. 8223 0000 is the number if you would like to join us. Very thrilled to have two great guests in the studio who you're about to meet, because they are the brains behind a film here in South Australia that people are very, very excited about. I have not heard buzz like this for a film for such a long time. And if you are watching our Complete Care live stream and Facebook, tune in now, because you're about to not only hear it but see it. This is the trailer for Kangaroo Island.
I didn't think you were coming back.
I never should have left.
You think you have all the time in the world. I just wasn't present enough. I didn't soak it all in.
Thinks you were living.
Hey.
Hey.
You think that's okay, spending the afternoon with my husband?
Do you think it's okay telling the cops about Dad?
I've let Jesus into my life. Jesus has so...
Every time you say Jesus, I'm going to skull beer.
The only reason you're back is because you failed at your relationship and you're broke.
There are animals that when they get scared, they fight harder, they run faster. Some, they just freeze.
So that is the amazing trailer for a film that I mentioned has got so much buzz about it. The highly anticipated release of Kangaroo Island. Delighted to have the director Timothy David here and the writer Sally Gifford. Welcome to you both. Thank you for coming in, and congratulations on your film.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We're all sitting here together watching it on the screen. You would have seen it so many times, both of you, but it still gives you like chills of excitement to go, our film as of Wednesday and this week, I know there's been some screenings, but to the general public, we all get to see it soon, Tim.
Yeah, we didn't realise how scary it would be. But it's actually quite intimidating when you put yourself out there. But I'm a sucker for the story. I don't know if I'm way too close to it, but I've seen it over probably 50 to 100 times, and I still, still kind of chokes me up in times. But it's been fun to hear audiences laugh as well. So.
Yeah, I didn't cry a couple times, and then I was like, uh-oh, have I seen it too many times? But the other day, the tears came again, and we're still laughing at all the jokes, so we know it works, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Do you know, and so I haven't seen the film. I've read a lot, I've heard a lot, I've done everything that we can in preparation, because I, like everyone else, gets to see it this week, and we're excited about it. But before we talk about how it all came about, just even the trailer alone, it's a bit like the Kevin Costner TV show where the environment becomes a character in itself. How beautiful does just the trailer look? Like that alone is important for people to go, you know what, there's a juicy story here. We know there's a story here, but look where it's shot.
You know, the trailer was a really tough thing to cut, because Sally's script is jam-packed full of drama, which has happened over a long time, 10 years of drama, but it's stuff that comes to a head at a moment in time. And it was so packed that when we were cutting the trailer and putting together bits of information, we were either giving away way too much information, or the information that we were giving, so as not to give away big plot points, was not significant enough to make someone want to see it.
Yes.
So we ended up relying on a bit of beautiful music and, you know, some scenic shots, and then just a little snippet so people can see that there's some real depth to it underneath. But it's cross your fingers time when you do a trailer like that.
Do you have any say whatsoever going, you're telling too much? That's all the good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Too much say. I need to sort of back off sometimes and zip it and let Tim do his thing because he's the boss.
Can you explain to us how your relationship has come about? So Tim, do you find Sally? Sally, do you find Tim? How has this movie magic happened?
Yes, so we are married, and we've always worked together in a way kind of unofficially. Like I'm always looking at his edits, he's always looking at my stuff and giving opinions. But this was the first time that we've done a feature together, and for the most part, it went really well.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the money raised. We had some good investors, some really kind, nice people, and a few of them. And they were investing in another movie in the States that we were doing, and it fell through just as COVID or just before COVID hit. And so some crew in the States said, "Why don't you shoot something on Kangaroo Island?" Because they'd heard about it and seen photos on my phone. And they said, "We'll come over." And so they all volunteered and said, "We'll help, we'll help." In the end, they couldn't because of the strikes and all that kind of stuff. But it gave us a challenge to try and write a film in the next year or so. And Sally's always been a great writer, and so I asked her if she would have a crack at something, and a couple of other writers in the States. And Sally had the best script, so we went from there.
But even being in a relationship, is it easy like that? Because do you think, right, I can't just look internally, I've got to go externally, or do you think it's easier to find when the work is right next to you? Does that make sense? Like, it's interesting. I always am interested in people that are in relationships that work together, because I think sometimes you think, well, we've got to look outside, as opposed to realizing that it's right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about us, and I cross my fingers and toes because it's worked so far, but we can be pretty brutally honest with each other. And I think if an outsider saw the way that we spoke to each other, they might think, okay, that's not on. Like, are they all right? But we will say to each other, no, that sucks. Like, that's crap. You've ruined it. Go back. Because we're really passionate about the work, and the work comes first. And then...
And we have the same taste.
We do. We do have the same taste.
And creatively, I think we're both pretty brave, but we're not too embarrassed. Well, we're not too afraid to embarrass ourselves because, we're married, so we know everything about each other that there is to be known. So as opposed to another creative partner where you're like, oh, I'm not going to show them that, they might hate it. We'll be like, hey, what do you think of this? But sometimes the feedback can come back pretty harsh.
But we always make up.
Can you have that conversation? Like, oh, Tim's being a bit of a dick today.
Oh, yeah.
And you can tell Tim that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
Like.
Vice versa as well.
That is what I like. So Phil Hoffman, who does our travel segment each and every week, tells the story that in America, if you were to ask people about Australia, give me 3 places you've heard of. It's Melbourne, Sydney and Kangaroo Island. What is the magic of KI to you?
Okay, well, for me, because I grew up in Toronto and then I lived in New York City for 15 years, when I first came to Kangaroo Island, like my jaw was on the floor. There are beautiful places in North America and in Europe, but they're jammed with people. So going over to KI, it's like, it's so majestic, it's so beautiful, but you're just one of the animals there. It's a zoo without fences. It's exquisite. And I think that is what informed the movie, the feeling of like, oh yeah, I'm just an animal. I'm not all that important. And my time is going to run out here just like their time is running out. The kangaroos that are, that are roadkill on the side of the road or, it's very humbling and it's really inspiring.
For you, Tim?
Yeah, to me, it's just, it's that zoo without fences thing. So we can be sitting, we bought a property in 2016, we can sit down out the front and there'll be a koala, goanna, glossy black cockatoos, a echidna and a kangaroo, usually 3 of those things at the same time. And it's a remarkable spot for that reason. And I think it sort of inspired Sally's story, but also the way I wanted to shoot it, which was just to treat humans like animals in that space. So that's why when you do watch it, it should feel a little bit like you're observing humans that are going through stuff, as opposed to, just feeling the filmmaker and trying to do some fancy shots and all that. We really just let the actors perform at their best, and we just captured it as quickly as we could. We shot 100 scenes in 23 days, so it was nightmare fast. But all that sort of worked in our favour in the end. So it was, and even shooting animals there, we had to get B-roll of animals. It was just very quickly put together, but because everything was there, beautiful locations, beautiful script, great actors that were well prepared, and an abundance of animals, we were able to package this film pretty tightly in an amount of time that no one would really, in the industry would believe.
Can you not be mad at me? I haven't been.
I am mad at you.
I'm one of many South Australians who haven't, which is really bad. Like every time we speak to people like yourselves or tourism or anyone, they're like, you realise it's on our doorstep, but it's one of those things of sometimes you take it for granted. You think, I've got to go and see the wide world first and then I'll stay at home.
Yeah, well, listen, you're welcome to stay at our place anytime, but I do think it's worth it. And of course, there's lots of beautiful places in South Australia, but I think there's something about being on an island that changes the way it feels.
Yeah, even getting there on the ferry and or the plane, it just feels different when you're there. You realise you're detached, I guess is the word.
Yeah.
But even when we bought the property, we saw people in South Australia from overseas. We would never have bought property there had we not lived in the States for so long and visited and realised over time, wow, this is so valuable in the world, and it's not really valued by South Australians because it's what we know. So, I mean, it's getting there now. But there are so many places in South Australia that you don't realise how great it is.
I know, we're so blessed. I think, though, from a marketing point of view, it's so great because Kangaroo Island straight away, globally, like people's eyes and ears will be pricked up of what's this film about? Like, Crocodile, Dundee, tick, Kangaroo Island, tick, like for the overseas market. Can we ask about the story writing process, where that comes from? Is it a story you've been fleshing away at for years? Was there a moment of inspiration for you that has gone from a story to a film to now a film everyone's excited about?
Yeah, well, I guess it sounds weird, but stay with me. But it does go back to the roadkill and that feeling of being just an animal. And we were playing with the idea, and I certainly was thinking about the idea about what is the human animal? Well, we're meaning-seeking animals. I'm not sure if other animals seek meaning or if they just live. And what's it like being a meaning-seeking animal when we may never get the answer to the question, why are we here? What's life all about? And then to up the stakes on that question, how do people find meaning when they've gone through a tragedy? So the story is about two sisters who have been through something terrible. And good news, you don't see it in the film. This is just how they're feeling after. And one has turned to religion to find all the answers, and one has turned away. And they've actually become very estranged, and they have to meet back up on Kangaroo Island. And then all kinds of chaos ensues.
And that's when the fun begins. Talk to us about the cast, because again, a stellar cast.
Cast, we got very lucky. So as soon as we read the script, we went to the Heesems casting. They gave us this incredible list of actors, from Margot Robbie down to some locals, just so we could check out everyone. And because the material was so strong that any actor would like to do it, sort of regardless of the money. So even though you have the highest of the high, you would still write them a letter and say, hey, look, we think you're perfect for this role. At least read the script. And Rebecca Breeds was our first choice. She just starred as Clarice in the Silence of the Lambs series, one of the biggest TV shows coming out of the States at the time. And I didn't realise it was her because she had this southern accent and she was so brilliant. And I saw her on the list, so I looked into her a little bit further and I just thought, wow, she would actually be really great. She's not a household name, but she's absolutely incredible. So we wrote a letter to her and the agent sent it to her. And 3 days later, the agent got back to us, or the manager, and just said, let's make a movie. And there was no discussion of money. It was just like she had to play. She just loved the script that much. She couldn't put it down, and she read the whole thing on her phone in the car, driving through Big Sur in California. So that was a huge win for us as new filmmakers, that someone like her would instantly just go yes.
Because this is your directorial debut, correct?
So those yeses are pending a conversation. And
it's a little fist bump in the car when all of a sudden it's just the dominoes start to fall, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have to take a call with them and then you have to gel and they have to trust that you know what you're doing. And then once we had her agent was also Adelaide Clemenza's agent, and he was a big fan of the film and sent it to Adelaide for the other role. And Adelaide, she's on Broadway. She does so much work. So it was a bit of an ask for someone of her caliber to probably play the second lead role, not the lead role. But again, she just loved the script and she was going to be in Australia at the time. But I will say also, we saw local actors here for that role because we figured we could only afford one, overseas, top level cast. And I have to say, some of these South Australian actors that we saw were absolutely phenomenal and world class. And I've been casting in LA and New York for 20 years. They were incredible. So
Yes,
next movie
together.
we're going to be going there first.
What is it like when your film's got buzz? And a lot of people haven't seen it. Are you the retiring types that sort of just keep a lid on it, or are you exploding that lid off and getting very excited about what's to come?
It's like perma sweaty palms.
Don't believe
just
it.
Heart racing.
People just being nice. That kind of stuff.
You're just hoping that people get to see it because we don't have an enormous marketing budget, but the people that are coming out are hugging us. We have the most beautiful messages sent to us. So. It's incredible. We're so humbled. We're so grateful that people love it. We had
the investor screen. Sorry to cut you off, but we had the investor screen, and when we saw people come out with their reactions, like laughing but crying, we just realized we have to film that because I hadn't seen that come out of a cinema forever. And so in all these that's why if you go online and you see our trailer, we just had to cut in these reactions from audiences because they were kind of overwhelming. But we get hugs afterwards and people saying thank you for making that movie. I mean, even at Mitcham the other day, the guy that asked the question, I could cry even talking about it, but he was just so moved because he's gone through something.
And we even had Scott Hicks tell us he loved it, which to me is like unbelievable. I had to call my parents in Canada and say, guess what?
And Teresa Palmer has her kids in there too. So we did some children casting. My son came pretty close as well, but got beaten out because of his accent. And then a couple of others. Again, it's a low budget, so what can you do? But it was great to be able to have that kind of support. So when you have parents that can help their kids get to where they need to be, But I think all of that helps the buzz around town. Well, I'm so thrilled for you both. Like we had this conversation off air. I've hosted a lot of movie previews here in Adelaide, and I've never known of ones that are sold out. And you guys, I know you had a couple on the weekend at various Wallace cinemas there with the Q&A as well. So it's in cinemas. So you got your official launch on Wednesday night. Yes, at Piccadilly, but that's a sort of a media.
That's a media invite.
Thing.
Yep. And then Thursday, you're in cinemas. And we want everyone to support, not only because it's South Australian and there's elements of that too, but Australian films in general. There are so many great stories to be told that people need to put the superheroes away for 1 minute and go and watch a film that's actually going to make you think and cry and laugh and all of that.
Yeah, I think you will feel something coming out. I'm backing myself here, but I think you will feel something that you've been missing after seeing this movie. Seeing this film.
I mean, we made it for ourselves somewhat because we just don't see films like this, and we want them.
Well, congratulations! Cannot wait to see it. We're there on Wednesday night. Thursday, it's in cinemas, folks. The film is called Kangaroo Island. Director Timothy David, writer Sally Gifford. Lovely to meet both of you. And I promise we'll see each other on the island. Maybe we can watch it.
Great.
Sounds good. When it's on the streaming services. Well done. Kangaroo Island, it is in cinemas as of Thursday.
See movies how they should be seen. Hear movies how they should be heard. All on the big screen with Quake Sound at Wallace. And now you can see them for less and enjoy candy bar discounts and other special member offers and freebies. Simply become a My Wallace member today. It's free, it's easy, and it's full of benefits. Go to wallace.com.au and click on Join My Wallace today. Wallace Mitcham, Mount Barker, Noarlunga and the Piccadilly. South Australia's home of big screen magic and entertainment.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell and O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell and O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell and O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family-owned and operated. Because it's personal.
At Coles, save with half-price specials across selected sports, vitamin and diet nutrition. Like half-price LifeSpace Probiotic Broad Spectrum or 60-plus years capsules. 40 packs, now $18. Excludes everyday down and clearance items. Follow the directions for use.
We love to see you, CMI.
Come and experience what makes CMI Toyota SA's #1 selling Toyota dealer. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, parts or service, our friendly team of Toyota experts are here to assist with all your vehicle needs. Head to cmitoyota.com.au or visit CMI Toyota today. We'd love to see you.
We love to see you, CMI.
Oh, what a feeling, Toyota.
The BTR Excavations Balaclava Cup. SA's biggest country race day is back and it's going to be huge. Secure your marquee ticket. A range of amazing hospitality options available from just $55. Food, drinks and all the trackside action. Buses available from Adelaide, the Barossa and Clare. Pick your outfit. Get ready for a day of racing, fashion and fun. The Balaclava Cup, Wednesday, September 10. Book now. Search Balaclava Racing Club on Facebook or online.
With Big Difference Home Improvements, you can make a big difference to your next family gathering, your next Christmas lunch, or your next quiet time. Just you, a nice book, favourite bevy, and a place to relax. Big Difference Home Improvements make all the difference when it comes to outdoor blinds and roller shutters, verandas, pergolas, carports, or a stunning timber deck. Ask the Big D team for a free measure and quote today. Don't just make a difference, make a big difference. Visit bigdifference.com.au.
Well, the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program's Get Behind It Community Roadshow tomorrow, Rundle Mall from 10 a.m. until 2. Here is your chance to learn more about a free life-saving test that's available for all Australians aged between 45 and 74. Bowel cancer, one of the most common cancers in the country. Early detection, though, can save lives. When you visit, you get to chat to the friendly team. You can order a free test kit on the spot. You'll get the take-home information, and there's also some free giveaways. Don't miss Get Behind a Community Roadshow, Rundle Mall tomorrow, 10 until 2, part of the National Bowel Cancer Screening Program. It is free, it is easy, and it could save your life.
5AA Afternoons with Leith, Forrest.
And Stephen Rowe with Tim Geneva coming up the sports show from 4 o'clock, just minutes away. You and your long history, your long career here at this radio station. You've had some shows. Today's going to be one of those shows I fancy.
Think it will be. Crows won, they finished top, have a top 2 locked in, means 2 home finals. That's something to celebrate, a record crowd.
Amazing.
That's part A.
Yep.
Part B, the star of all of this, his name is Isaac Rankin, and believe self-reported with the club, a homophobic slur that was, whether it was mumbled or uttered or said under his breath, was heard, and he faces 3 to 5 week suspension. So the siders are Will Powell for Gold Coast, right on the back of Finlayson's 3 weeks, had a very similar homophobic slur, got 5, and parked in the middle of that Graham with 4. So it's not good.
No, and I've been walking a tightrope all day because I don't really want to say anything until you know what the outcome is. You know, you don't want to sink the kid early and you don't want to commiserate in case he gets off.
Well, that's it. So there's an investigation going on until the AFL concludes that. These are the facts that we know to hand, and we'll do it more after 4 o'clock. We've got a quick bit of time. The Collingwood players were talking post-game about a player at the Crows who made a homophobic comment to one of their teammates. So they were just talking about it. An AFL Magpies official overheard that and rang Adam Kelly, who's the GM of football for the Crows.
Yep.
Adam Kelly then had to act. So he then obviously got Isaac, did you say it? Once, I guess, it was confirmed, he then had to self-report to the club, to the AFL, and we land here. So let's wait and see where it lands. But if he said it, he's in all sorts of trouble because there's zero tolerance for vilification.
Correct. And it's just such a dark cloud over what was the great weekend.
I know.
Like, that's the heartbreaking part of it.
I mean, we've lifted the lid. We're celebrating. The Crows can probably, get 2 home finals, have a very good chance of playing in a grand final. There are 5 players that club cannot afford to lose.
Yep.
He's
Dawson,
one of them. Rankin.
Philthorpe,
O'Brien. Riley O'Brien has to be there.
Absolutely.
And the last one is Rochelle, because Rochelle goes in the forward line, Rankin then goes back on ball.
All right.
God.
Big
Anyway,
show coming up from 4. Stephen Rowe, Tim Geneva next.
Coming up next, Adelaide's only local sport show. It's the very latest in sport live